Uh-oh. Good morning. Guess I've been live this whole time. I didn't know that. Hope I didn't do anything wrong at the beginning. Woke up this morning, put on my slippers, walked in the kitchen and died. Oh, what a feeling when my heart went through the ceiling, and upon the heaven I did ride. Well, I got there and they said, Brian, it happened this way. You slipped upon the floor and hit your head. And all the people say, just before you passed away, you were the very last words that you said. Please don't bury me down in that cocoa ground. I'd rather have you cut me up and pass me all around. Throw my brain in a hurricane and the blind have my eyes. And deaf can have both of my ears, don't mind the size. Well, you give a stomach to Milwaukee if they run out of beer. Put my socks in the cat cedar box and just keep them here. Venus de Milo can have my arms, look out, I've got your nose. Sell my heart to the junk man and give my heart to Rose. Well, if you please don't bury me down in that cocoa ground. Oh, I'd rather have them cut me up, pass me all around. Well, throw my brain in a hurricane and the blind can have my eyes. The deaf can have both of my ears if they don't mind the size. Well, give my feet a foot loose, a careless, fancy free. Give my knees to the needy, and don't pull that stuff on me. Hand me down my walking cane, it's a sin to tell a lie. And send my mouth way down south and kiss my ass goodbye. But please don't bury me down in that cocoa ground. I'd rather cut me up and pass me all around. Throw my brain in a hurricane and the blind can have my eyes. Deaf can take both of my ears if they don't mind the size. Good morning in the woodshed with Brian. I guess I had this going before. I didn't know it was on. I don't know how long it was on. Anyway, you can see in the back, I've got both of my whole housings done. This one and that one. That's my compost. This one and that one are all done. Got the top. This top on this one has to. I'm just about done putting the top on this one. And I'll finish that in a couple of minutes. And I'm also working around the woodshed. And it's been a really hectic morning. Just trying to get this whole thing together, trying to get this put together, and I guess I hit the start button when I was putting the phone up against some wood, and I didn't know it. So I don't know how long this has been going. I don't know what's been happening. But you see, again, that's life. And whatever life brought you for that little moment, you know, tried hard to do things properly. And I don't know. I had to go see what time it was, because I didn't know what time it was, and that's what I did. I took a walk, and put this on, took a walk, came back. And this is in the woodshed. What we try to do is look in the woodshed and see if there's anything we have to talk about anyone needing anything, or anything happening with people, or what's going on in life. And do you feel like this sometimes? But the story goes on. It's a nice little story, you know. I mean, it's not really that nice. It's talking about a guy dying, but I mean, it's, you know, don't bury me in the cold, cold ground. My hands are cold. I've been doing wood all morning. Trying to play music. Excuse me, sing. And I did have my wife give me a nice cup of tea. So I'm going to have a little bit of the tea. It's a little warm, but not hot like it was. But again, in my life, things aren't as, I don't know, you could say, rough as they were before, but I'm having a worse time than I am now. I mean, come on. I'm having a worse time now with certain things, but I have the best time in my life. How can that happen? Well, sort of like, you know, woke up this morning, put on my slippers, walked out in the kitchen and died. Oh, what a feeling when my soul went through that ceiling and up into the heaven I did ride. When I got there, said Brian, it happened this way. You slipped upon the floor and hit your head. And all the angels said just before you passed away, these were the very last words that you said. Now, would you like to have the last words that you say be, what are they? What would you like your last words to say? Well, this one was pretty good, because instead of just putting me in the ground, cut me up. In other words, whatever you think's the best, but do the best thing, please, because I want the best thing to happen. So, if I can give something to somebody, let's think about it. One of these verses that keeps going, talking about the feeling. Then it's like, well, what are you going to do? What are you going to give? Well, what can you give? Well, it says, well, I can give my stomach to Milwaukee if they run out of beer. Put my socks in a cedar box and just get them out of here. Venus to Milo can have my arms. Look how I got your nose. Sell my heart to a junk man and give my heart to Rose. Please don't bury me down in that cocoa ground. Rather have you cut me up and pass me all around. Throw my brain in a hurricane and, what's it say, the blind can have my eyes. The deaf can have both of my ears if they don't mind the size. So if you give your stomach to Milwaukee, your brain in the hurricane, but give your blind to a blind person, your eyes to a blind person, and give the deaf people your ears. In other words, he's saying, if you can take anything of mine before you put me in that cold, cold ground, go ahead and do it. Just take it. Why? Well, because at least you know that you've done something good even after you've gone. You've given something to someone. This is what he's saying. So let's just go on to the next verse and see how it fits into you. Do you feel this way about life? Do you feel this way about everything? Do you feel about when you want to do something, is it because you want to or is it because you have to? And this is what you have to look at. And this person really wants to do something else for someone else. And it goes to the point of even saying, give my feet to footloose, they're careless, they're fancy free. Give my knees to the needy and don't pull that stuff on me. Stand up on a walking cane, it's a sin to tell a lie. Send my mouth way down south and kiss my boom goodbye. Please don't bury me down in that cocoa ground. I'd rather have them cut me up and pass me all around. Throw my brain in a hurricane and the blind can keep my eyes. Death can take both of my ears, but don't take mine besides. Even after death, he's worried about if they're going to like the size or not. Think about that. That's the kind of concept this person had before he even went away, before his time even passed from this earth. But this is a song that you can put into your life somehow. How can you do that? Well, don't bury me in the cocoa ground, that's one thing. But some of the other things you think about. All those other situations. You get a good stomach to Milwaukee. keep something in a cedar box. The socks. Put your socks in a cedar box. Just get them out of here. Venus de Milo, well, she can have my arms. But you know, and he makes a little funny thing. I got your nose. Then sell my heart to the junk man and give my love to Rose. Everything in that whole thing just is a giving thing afterwards. Do you feel that way now? Do you feel giving? Do you feel like you'd want to be able to help someone do something just from the inside out? Well, if you do, maybe at bodymindredesign.com we can give you a little bit of insight of certain happenings in someone's life, certain things that are going on, just showing you what's happening in my life, doing the wood, getting my woodshed together, things like that. You know, tomorrow I'll probably show you the woodshed that I'm just fixed. I'm putting all the wood in. I'll show you what I mean. You know, I'll have hopefully most of the wood in, not all of it, most of it. But I was hoping to get it all in, but other things happened in the meantime, and you have to give. So you have to give. It's not just monetarily, it's not just giving something to somebody. It's from inside giving. That's what we're talking about. And this person even went to the fact of saying, give my feet to the footloose, the careless, the fancy free. Give my knees to the needy, but you don't pull that stuff on me. Hand me down my walking cane, it's a sin to tell a lie. Send my mouth away down south and kiss my moon goodbye. So in other words, every single thing in that person's life he would like to be able to give, to do, to help. And that's how you are. And sometimes you take too much on and you can't handle all the stuff. So the giving is a good part. And the taking is a good part. The giving and taking, it's a good feeling. But remember, all this person wanted to say is, please don't bury me down in that cocoa ground. So, when that happens and that's how you feel, do something about it. And that's just not about dying, it's about everything in your life. You have to have a feeling, you have to have a want, you have to have a need, but then you are the one that has to take charge of whatever problem there is. So, all this going on, and all this happening, and all these things that are showing up in your life, how are you dealing with it? How can you deal with it? Well, if you're a giving type person and you want to be the one that's giving, when you start getting the hard times, they kind of just float in and become part of your life, and you still are that giving person. That doesn't go away. It's amazing how good it feels. So if you want to start doing that, go ahead. I'm trying to think. Of a situation where if you were a giving person, that wouldn't work. And I can't think of anything. Because if you're a giving person, you make a way, no matter what it is. You know what I'm talking about. Well, I gotta go today. Again, I ran upstairs, it's about a half hour before this, pulled this song out of the computer, started playing it a couple times. I played it before, but I haven't played it in a long time. So, showing you this is trying to give you an example of the progression. But, you know, woke up this morning, put on my slippers, walked in the kitchen and died. Know what a feeling when my soul goes through that ceiling, and up until the heaven I did ride. When I got there, I said, Brian, it happened this way. You slipped upon the floor and hit your head. And all the angels say just before he passed away, these were the very words you said. Please don't bury me, and I'll be good. Down. Hi, Mark. How you doing today? Nice to see you. Outside doing my wood. Down. Please don't bury me down in that cocoa ground. I'd rather have me chop me up and pass me all around. Throw my brain in a hurricane, and my blind can have my eyes. The deaf can have both of my ears if they don't mind the size. Worrying about your ear size when you're dead, that just gets me. I don't know, I said that twice so far. So anyway, we got to go today. Thank you very much for coming on today. I really appreciate everyone. And when you're watching this afterwards, remember bodymindredesign.com, bodymindredesign@gmail.com is where you can get a hold of me. I have web pages, Facebook, YouTube. I have audio. You want to look at podcasts and audio? I have iHeart, Spotify, YouTube, Apple. Go ahead. Start listening. It's on Apple. I know I had someone go on Apple on the iPad and looked up in the woodshed and it all came up. So that's working. So hopefully the podcast is working too. We'll find out. I'm gonna have to go on and find out on the computer. So see, things happen all the time that you gotta fit it in. So be good, everybody, and don't forget. Be a giving person. That's something. Give my stomach to Milwaukee if they run out of beer. Put my socks in a cedar box, now get them out of here. Venus de Milo can have my arms, but you've got your nose. Oh well, sell my heart to the junk man, give my heart to Rose. Be good, everybody. Give my feet footloose, get a little careless, fancy free. Give my knees to the needy, don't pull that stuff on me. Hand my down, can't walking cane, it's a sin to tell a lie. Send my mouth way down south and kiss my goodbye. Be good to yourself. No, I didn't say that. I said be good. Now I'm going to say be true to yourself. Please don't bury me down in that cocoa ground. I'd rather have them chop me up and pass me all around. Throw my brain in a hurricane, and the blind can have my eyes. The deaf can have both of my ears if they don't mind the size. Adios! Adios, everybody. Have a good day. I want to go see what's on the beginning of this thing. Have a good one.